In this video right now, what we're going to talk about is how opportunities can also be obstacles. Yes, the opportunity that's right in front of you can be the greatest obstacle that you're having, and it can be your barrier to success when you understand that every opportunity leads to the next opportunity. But if you get stuck here, it becomes the obstacle and the barrier that prevents you from reaching your next opportunity. Everything's about timing. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 things that you need to know to make sure that every opportunity remains an opportunity that propels you and not an obstacle or barrier that holds you back. Let's get into it. First things first, you can't see what's next until you move forward. One thing that we learned what science has taught us is that you can only focus on one thing at a time. And because we can only focus on one thing at a time, there's only one thing that we can really apply that laser sharp focus, breakthrough, really push the needle forward focus to. Meaning that if you have an opportunity in front of you and you allow yourself to pause for any reason, to hesitate for any reason, then you are now facing a wall that you can't see past, that you can't navigate past, because for whatever reason, you're allowing this particular opportunity to be stuck, to hold yourself back, to not be able to move forward. And because you can't understand past the opportunity, you can't see past the opportunity. Therefore, you don't know what's on the other side and what grand opportunities lie in wait for you. The thing that you have to know and be willing to accept is that after every opportunity, there's another opportunity. So the moment I get past this opportunity, then I get to the next opportunity. But if I stay here too long, longer than I should, longer than I have to be here with this particular opportunity, then this opportunity becomes an obstacle, a wall, a barrier that now allow me to hold back, and is no longer opportunistic, but it's detrimental to my growth and development. Now, point number 2, your feelings can block your future. Yes, how you feel can be the thing that is blocking your future. Often what happens is that when we're faced with opportunities, we're hit with a myriad of emotions, right? So those emotions that we are hit with resonate with us, distort, and make us question and pause and freeze. Example, you can see this grand opportunity, but you can feel that you're not good enough for it, that you don't deserve it. Why me, right? All of these things are things that will freeze, that will not have you take advantage of the opportunity and move as fast as possible so that you can get to the next opportunity behind it. Our emotions are often the weight and the baggage that we allow to confuse and to cloud the vision and prevent us from actually moving the needle forward. So what we need to do is we have to understand that, hey, the facts are the facts. Option A, option B. The facts are the facts. Let me go through and remove how I feel so that I can take full advantage and execute what the opportunity requires of me to execute. Because those who execute the best, the fastest, the most efficient are those who do not have emotional delay. So don't question yourself. Don't worry about any of why. Not in this case. In this case, you need to execute the opportunities in front of you. What does it take to take care of that and take full advantage of that? And that's what you want to do. You want to be laser focused and go right to the action. And you want to minimize and eradicate and pull out any emotion. So if you're ever in a place where you get hit and you feel a heightened sense of emotion, you know that this emotion and the actions that are tied, that are in line with this emotion, are all actions that are becoming a barrier that's going to hold me back and prevent me from actually reaching the goal that I have set for myself. So what I need to do is the opposite action. Simplify the equation. Sometimes you might have to get into a different physical space. Maybe where you are has a negative emotional charge to it and you need to move. The environment is often a place that you need to remove yourself from. So how do we also remedy this situation is you have to know that when you're most productive, you will find that when you study when you're most productive, that it's always often in the same type of condition, the same type of environment. And if you want to reproduce, recreate that momentum and that success, then create the environment that it lives in. And no matter what your actual environment is, internally create the environment that you live in. And if you can make changes to your external, do that, because when you're there, you produce, you move fast, and your emotions do not turn your opportunities into obstacles. Point number 3. 1, 2, 3. The right time is now. Yes, that's true. The right time is now. Now, let's define now. Now is instantly in this moment. The reason why now is the right time is because you are physically capable of taking some measure of action that pushes towards the fulfillment of opportunity. And the fact that you are pausing, thinking about it, or doing anything is delaying your time frame. Now, what is very important about now is that each opportunity is tied to another opportunity, and everything's about timing. I want you to look at it like taking public transportation, right? For those who grew up taking a bus, I did. If you didn't grow up, you had somebody chauffeur you around, that's awesome, that's great, but that just wasn't my life. So let me explain it to you, right? So sometimes you have to take one bus. Let's say that you have somewhere that you gotta get, but you gotta take 3 different buses to get there. So you have to take one bus to another bus. That's called a transfer. You transfer to that other bus, go to the next bus, transfer to the other bus. But everything is about timing. See, you have to get on the first bus in time to get to the second bus, in time to get to the second stop, to get to the stop for the second bus, in time before that bus already hits that spot and go, and then you have to wait, now you're behind. Then you have to repeat it again for the third bus. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're not allowing your opportunity to become an obstacle, because what it does, it affects the timing and the chain of everything. And instead of making the next opportunity, which was your best opportunity, now when you get there, you have to wait to the next opportunity after it, which is not as great, not as impactful, not as big as the opportunity you missed, because time is what decreases the value of everything. It's more effective and more meaningful and more valuable for you to get it now than for you to have to wait, right? So you can either have, example, you can either have $1 million right now, or you can have it in 10 years and you got to wait for 10 years. If I told you which one is more valuable, you will say, give me the 10 million right now. That's more valuable than me just having to wait 10 years for it, right? So with this being the case, that is how opportunities work. Yes, when you get there, there'll be another opportunity. But is that opportunity the opportunity that you were looking for? Because you don't want to delay. So when you are going through your process and you're feeling those emotions, is that emotion delaying you from taking action right now? I want you to think about the action, the immediate action that you can take to move the needle forward. Remember, everything is only one step at a time, so you can't accomplish it all at once, but you can take the next immediate action right now. Don't allow emotions to delay you and hold you back and turn your opportunity into a wall that blinds you. Remember, opportunities you cannot see past, so they'll become a wall that blocks the next opportunity. If you allow your emotions to cause delay, that makes your opportunity now your obstacle and your barrier. And more importantly, timing is everything. So what you want to do is make sure that you are dialed in, that you sort out the emotional context, and all you think to do is execute, execute, execute. Now, what I want everybody to do for me is I want you to comment below, what was an obstacle that you had to break through? What was an opportunity that you allowed your emotions to turn into an obstacle and a barrier that was holding you back from where you could have already been? Share it in the comments. Share what you did specifically to break free, to break through, so we all can benefit from the knowledge. Once again, my name is DEMOND Logan. If you want to know and learn and hear and see the other opportunities that I have to help you develop your business, because this is for my entrepreneurs, right? To develop your business and to move the needle forward, whether it's for you as the business owner or your team, feel free to click the link below and schedule an appointment. And what we'll do is we will see if you qualify as a perfect candidate for us to be of service to. Take care, have a good one, and remember, everything, and I mean everything, is a developmental issue. Let's go.